Hey everybody, welcome to Shadow and Lightwork, a channel all about tarot, energy work, astrology, and spiritual well-being. I'm Michelle, and this is your tarot message for Wednesday, February 10th, 2021. So as you probably already know, there is a new moon tomorrow, new moon in Aquarius. And it's a pretty potent potential energy that's going to be in effect for the next couple of weeks as the new moon transitions into the full moon. So between the dates of February 11th and February 27th. So with the new moon Aquarius, that is not the only planet in Aquarius. We have a stellium of planets, which is a grouping of planets in the sign of Aquarius. So there's the moon, the sun, Mercury, Venus, Jupiter, Saturn, and the asteroid Pallas Athena. So all of those planets are now clustered in the same sign, the sign of Aquarius, which is about the voyager, the forward thinker, the social actor, more focused on external progress than internal, more focused on others than self. It's the sign of technology, communication with technology, like the internet. So if you have a natal chart handy, and if you don't, I'll put a link to Cafe Astrology in the notes, and you can go there, enter your birth date and time, and it'll produce a chart for you. But it might be worthwhile to take a look at where Aquarius falls in your chart, because there is so much energy, new energy and opportunity for change and regeneration with this particular new moon, that if you look at where it falls in your chart, you'll know what part of your life it might impact, where there's going to be something in your home life, with family, with friends, with siblings, at work, deep in your subconscious, which would be your 12th house, a change in your identity. So that'll give you an indication of where this energy might impact or might reside for you specifically. So I thought I would go ahead and shake things up a bit, and rather than do a daily 3-card draw, I would present the New Moon Manifestation Tarot Spread. And this is one of Shadow and Lightwork's signature readings. And so just to repeat, this is for the energy of the new moon, which starts on February 11th and runs through February 27th. So we've got a 2-week period for this kind of energy to unfold. Okay, so in the first position, we have the Death card, which is number 13. And for this particular spread, it represents what has evolved or transformed in your life since the last full moon. So over the past 2 weeks, what has been the focus of transformation? What's evolved? What have you let go of in those 2 weeks? This is the Death card itself is about deconstructing illusions and fears. It's about cutting to the chase and letting go of unhealthy or unproductive habits or unhealthy energies or relationships. It's about digging deep and uncovering the truth. So the next position is the 5 of Cups. And in this particular spread, it represents the new energy or inspiration that's entering with the new moon. So what is new? What will be new over the next 2 weeks? What new insights, what new opportunities might present themselves that'll help you to close out and what you've been working on for the past 2 weeks. And in that position is the 5 of Cups, which, being a cup card, it's more about emotions than intellect, and it's about a sense of disappointment. So you have this guy standing, or gal, you have this person standing on the shore, and they're focused on 3 cups that have spilled. And you can see the liquid that was in the cups that is now laying on the ground. And then there are 2 cups behind that person. So the person in their disappointment, their heads hanging low, they're focused on those 3 cups that they lost, rather than the 2 cups, the 2 opportunities that still remain right behind them. So it's about whether or not you can shift your perspective from focusing on something that was disappointing to something that is still an opportunity. So that's the energy that will be in effect for the next 2 weeks. Trying to shift your focus from what might have been lost over the past 2 weeks to what is coming down the road. The third card is Temperance, and that's number 14. And it is actually the card that comes right after the Death card in the major arcana. So as the Fool journeys through his adventure, or her adventure, it goes from, the Fool will experience the Death card and then Temperance right after it. And that's the card about synthesizing internal polarities. So you've got Temperance that's standing there with 2 cups and some magic water flowing between the 2 cups, and it's about focusing on a dichotomy. It can be the negative positive dichotomy from the past that you're trying to resolve. It can be an internal external dichotomy. But the Temperance card, you can see, is focused on that process of synthesizing 2 opposites, whatever those opposites might look like in your life. So the third card, or this position, it's actually the 4th position, represents what external resources are available to support this effort of transformation and growth over the next 2 weeks. And this is the 3 of Discs, which represents works or collaboration. So if you remember from last week, we had the 2 of Pentacles, the 2 of Discs. It was with the gummy bear. The gummy bear was standing on the beach, juggling two opportunities, 2 material resources, 2 things in that gummy bear's life. The 3 is about taking that juggling, taking the planning process, taking the thinking process, and transforming it into work, something productive. So in this case, you've got these 2 guys, or 2 people, represent the architects that designed the cathedral. And then you've got the stonemason here who is meeting with them, collaborating with them to take the plans and implement the actual building. And then consult on the building, checking it with the plans. So it's that iterative process of generating something material. So the next card is Judgment, and it is in the position, a spread position that represents what internal resources are available to support this effort over the next 2 weeks. So this card represents the external resources, this one represents the internal resources. What can you expect from either within yourself or from spirit, internal guidance, your highest self, to support you in this process? And the Judgment card in itself is the wisdom and judgment of experience. So it's seeing, in this position and working with the other cards, I would say it's about seeing the past in a new light. So you have a choice here, seeing the past as the past and lamenting over it, being disappointed by it, or turning around and seeing a new opportunity. And then incorporating that new opportunity into your life. Except if there are people around you to assist, then accept that help, and also use your own discrimination and judgment and discernment to decide what to keep and what to let go. So what's going to stay as part of your life, and what are you going to leave behind as you move forward? And then we have in the final position the Justice card, which also came up earlier this week. So to clarify that a little bit, the Justice card is in the final card position. It represents the overall energy surrounding this process. And again, it's about balance, like as was Temperance. It's about discernment, as was with Judgment. And it's about a balancing or decision point. It's about equity in the balance of the card, choosing between one side or the other. So overall, just to recap quickly, for the next 2 weeks, starting with the new moon on February 11th, this is an opportunity to clear out the old and usher in and rebalance with the new, to realign what will be a part of your world going forward. Rather than focusing on the disappointment, focus on what you want to create, what new opportunities are coming up. And it would be a great time to stay alert to new opportunities. Not necessarily jump on them, because one of the planets that's in that mix of the stellium of planets in Aquarius is Mercury. And Mercury is retrograde until the 20th of February. So Mercury went retrograde at the end of January. I think it was the 30th. And it'll be retrograde until February 20th. So that's not the best time for making new decisions or taking new action, big action. But it is a great time to plan and reflect and to plan a new path forward, a new direction. Okay, well, I hope all of that made sense, and I hope that's helpful. And if you enjoyed this reading, please do like, share, and subscribe. Be sure to ring the YouTube notification bell so that you'll receive messages when I post new tarot reads or astrology updates like this one. And if you'd like to schedule one of these personal readings for yourself, or a random question that you'd like to have answered, then please do jump over to the Shadow and Lightwork website. The link is in the description notes. And make it a great day. And happy new moon. And woohoo, we've got some brand new energy in Aquarius coming through. So enjoy it. Make it productive. Okay, namaste.